we're going to talk about coronavirus. We're going to have a conversation about it. So first thing off, the bat right now, full transparency, this video presentation is not about contributing to any fear-mongering or any type of hysteria, panic that is going on right now. Understandably so though, I know that a lot of us are feeling anxious, afraid, confused, overwhelmed, and unsure. But this video is not meant to make you feel more anxious than you're already feeling. But I felt like it would be irresponsible for me to not address the fact that there is a pandemic and the coronavirus is on all of our minds. I'm like the most spiritual, faith-based, positive person that I know of, probably on this planet. And I believe in God, I believe in Christ. I also believe in psychology, science, so much. And yet, even I felt a little bit uneasy, uncomfortable when I saw the news, when I look at the media, when I'm listening to people speak about what's going on out there. And I couldn't feel and couldn't stop saying and praying, oh Lord, what's going on? Please have mercy on us. And I wanted to make this video to talk about the impact that it's having on you and me as people first, as professional, as creators, as business owners, as working parents who are now experiencing a new chaotic normal with juggling, homeschooling, a school and daycare cancellation, while teleworking, as well as how to financially prepare ourselves for this type of situation and stay spiritually grounded and mentally grounded if you haven't already started thinking about it. And also the opportunity and the obstacles that are coming our ways. So that's what this video is about. I want to be pretty thorough and about this, so that's why I wrote my notes. And I want to keep it very concise, so it's those information are practical for you and that you're not overwhelmed. So, if you're new here, welcome to our amazing corner on the internet. Please introduce yourself in the comments below. Yes, go ahead. Make sure you join our Brave Womanhood Facebook group and join us on our Instagram platform at GreggyLoveSmart so that we can stay connected. I would love to hear from you all. And if you're not new here, welcome back. It's always good to have you back. I would love to just know how you're all doing and what's going on within you, what's going on with you. Take a second and connect with me in the comments section below. If you don't know me, my name is Gregishka, and I'm a professional counselor, a behavioral relationship expert and coach, and the creator of the Unapologetically Brave Enough, what I call Unapologetically Be coaching program, and the Brave Womanhood Revolution. I have a master's degree in counseling psychology, and I am an award-winning photographer. And I work to help smart, heart-centered, and goal-getter women erase limits to worry less about fitting into glass slippers and break through the trash, the generational pattern that are holding them back so they can like themselves, build this identity, and build stronger relationship more and more every day. This is not about putting our heads in the sand. Let's have this conversation. It's not time to pretend that everything is totally fine, or pretending that if we can't see it, it's not happening. Or buy into the unconscious bias of, it's not us, it's them. No, absolutely not. There has been a lot of tragedy that's coming along with this. There have been business shutdowns, quarantines, cancellation, isolation, social distancing, hysteria, and fear, depending on where you are looking at this video in the world. This creates a ripple effect. Our survival of the fittest instincts kicks in, and we start conforming to social influence. Our brain thinks, well, if they're panicking, there must be something about this. There must be something terribly wrong. So I'm just going to panic too. That's how your brain analyzes the situation around you. And you go along with it. You're taking a step back instead of taking a step back and differentiating between the facts and the stories. Case point, the crowd effect that we've seen where folks went to the store and hoarded paper towels, toilets, not knowing why they were purchasing in the first place those items. Only they saw others doing it. This is a great example on how our brain processes information. A great technique to flush out irrational behaviors is the breathing technique. So your brain can reset and go back into rational thinking again and fully process your emotions. It's very important that you feel your emotions. It is rightfully so. It is scary time instead of remaining into your irrational state. If we can allow ourselves to process through those emotions and find the ground underneath our feet, we're going to feel more contagious into loving and connecting rather than rather than going into the contagious panic that's going on around us. We cannot control other people's behavior. We can't. Or how they are handling their emotions, their behaviors, their thought process. But what we can do is manage our own and choose to react differently and take responsibility for ourselves. We can take a step back and follow health precautions and advisories. Those are facts. We can take a step back and take deep breath. To reset our minds, to bring the emotional curve down and contribute positively and rationally so we can remain more grounded. This technique will decrease stress and anxiety because it's not good for you to be overly stressed. It actually impacts your immune systems and your overall mental health. So we just look at the Bhing. So I call it the Bhing, how to be brave, right? So that identity of your be is what we talked about. We provided a few techniques. And now let's turn around and focus on the doing. For those that are action taker, how do we bring ourselves to financially prepare through this, similar to the crowd effect? We're now seeing that this is having a bigger effect, like this virus is having a bigger effect on our economy. And that can also allow, provide information to our brain saying, going into that panic and following through the crowd effect. So removing our money and doing things that does not contribute to helping those around us. We're now seeing this major effect and through our stock marketing plunging, the economic downturn, and all the crash that is they're forecasting that's gonna happen. So, but this is not new for us. We've seen this during the recession in the 80s. We've seen it through the real estate market a few years ago. So that's just plain facts and reality that we cannot ignore. But when things start to take a tumble, especially in the economy, we all collectively can start to feel completely scared, panicky, and selfish. We want to protect our assets, and that's completely normal. That's human nature, because our survival of the fittest kicks in. We become very territorial, and we're all about helping ourselves. Let's be honest. So the people who are proactive, though, and prepare for it can ride through the wave in a very smooth way. versus those that are very much reactive and spend their money and indebt themselves. Now, to the best of our ability, I'm going to say to you, do some research. Try to understand, because it's not the time to panic. Because when you panic, as mentioned earlier, you're not using your emotional intelligence in the best practical way. You're actually contributing to making poor decisions. So what can a woman do? Well, I'm going to tell you, focus on cash. That's right. Find liquids. Make sure that you liquefy your assets. If you haven't watched the video on in the Bhing Enough series, which is still available in the unit section in our Brave Womanhood group, I speak about how your bank account is a reflection of your identity. It's actually good stuff. So I encourage you to watch, I believe it's day 3 and 4 of that series. You want to make sure that you are being strategic with your spending decision and only spending money on things that are ultimately going to help you and be an investment in your future. You want to make sure that you have cash that can actually be accessible, not tied up in assets or real estate or stock market. Would be a good place for you to start. I have investments, but I'm also a believer that in having cash available to me. Why? Because I remember in 1998 in Canada, especially in the Quebec aspect, we had an ice storm, and our money, our cash was tied up in assets, and we couldn't access it. And so that was a very tough time. Now, I've learned from that. And so I'm encouraging you to do the same. So that's the second thing. So we talked about being, so to be grounded and having much more responsibility and managing your own thoughts and emotion. We talk about the financial aspect, so how to be proactive and having some cash flow. Hopefully you have 3 to 4 to 6 months ahead, and if you have more, good for you. Now let me talk to business owners. I know that when there's economy crash, especially the fact that most of us are isolated at home, and I say most of us because kudos to all the first line helpers, doctors, nurses, cops, even those that are in the street helping with the roads and all this, all that. They're all first line helpers and assistants. Kudos to you guys. I just wanted to make sure that I say kudos to you. I'm truly grateful for all the sacrifice that you guys are doing right now, especially because you're in front of this crisis. Now, let me go back and talk to the business owners. And I know you are afraid, especially if you're in retail, if you are like me. I have a brick and mortar in photography business that I had to let go of my staff and close down the shop until this is resolved. So that is scary, right? The biggest thing you can focus on right now, though, is to serve your clients and make sure they are getting results and are happy. So if you have existing client right now, hopefully you have their phone number, hopefully you have their access, their emails and everything, because they are probably feeling as scared as you are and wanting to hold on to their money. But if you're still serving them, because I really do, this is my motto: serve, serve, get. And the other motto that I have is love God, love yourself, and love others. So if you use these motto and you serve and you make sure that you're getting your clients are getting the result and are remaining happy and content, this is a long-term game. You have to look at it like this. Don't look at it as the situation is hitting you, but look at it as, okay, what's the benefit in the future? Well, your client will remain. They will remain because they will remember that you've been there for them. This is human nature. People like to be cared for. People like to be treated as human beings and not like a machine. So people right now are shutting down and keeping their money for themselves. And it's honestly normal. You're probably doing the same thing. But you can help them. Treat them like royalty, which you always should do in any case. Serve, serve, and serve. If I can repeat that again for you, serve, serve, and serve. And try to remain calm. Especially right now when people are feeling more vulnerable and really do need genuine help. This is a long-term perspective, as I said earlier. But you are going to be okay in the long term if you do so. Because you have created those strong foundation and ripple effect, and you don't have, and to give yourself a security blanket, you don't have to start over because you have maintained those relationships. I really honestly believe in human connection. I believe that more you sustain and invest in human connection, more people are gonna be tied to you in some, if that makes sense. So cash, to summarize, and serving your clients are your focus if you're a business owner. The next thing I would want to say is about this. And that might sound weird. I know we're going through a crisis, but I'm actually going to say to you that a bit like what Warren Buffett said in the past, is he talked about when you becoming greedy when people are afraid. I'm not going to use greedy. It's too much for me. But I'm going to say that it's becoming more you're going to become more abundant if you could actually look at opportunities. And unfortunately, opportunities in this case is based on fear. And fear should tell you that there's a problem. So which means that the solution can be provided. You understand? There's a problem. That's what business is all about. There's a problem. Therefore, you have the solution. Therefore, you can have a business. So the next thing I'm going to say to you is that look, it's a really good time to look at opportunities. For starters, look at how you can diversify your business. Girls, I know that many of us have not been educated in the sense that how to do business. We've been taught these things. Become a doctor. And it might not work. Listen, if it's not, this message is not for you, I get it. Take what you need from this message. But what I'm saying to you is that many of us have been taught that do your best in school. If not your best, your excellence in school. Have the highest grades. Be the best in become a doctor, become a lawyer, become an engineer, and if the best that you could do is become a nurse, become a nurse, become a judge. It always has been a very firm career. But never did I hear, and maybe you did, but I have not heard, become the CEO of your own business or become a CEO. It was always this generational mentality that you can be the best on paper, but the reality out there doesn't allow you to become the best in anything that you want. And I'm actually coming against this wave of knowledge. I'm telling you that you are a smart person, and praise God that your parents have pushed you in the back and saying, learn, 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 because now you have a series of assets in your knowledge base that you could actually use to create a business or to diversify your business. Create new habits, do an audit, look at your money story and your spending habit to create a safety net for yourself and your loved ones. These practices are good for anyone with or without a business, because your bank account, as I mentioned earlier, is a reflection of your identity. If your bank account is at 0 or minus or in the red, that says a lot about who you are. And that's things that we cover in Unapologetically Brave Enough in our coaching program. Next, everybody is afraid. And I'm not downplaying the tragedy. I'm really not. I know people are dying. I know people are losing their job. I'm just helping you become brave, daring to do brave action, and having brave resolve. So be, do, have. People are riding the storm through fear. I'm just looking at this from a realistic perspective. And I invite you to do the same, because it's going to help you get out of your brain set where you are in fear mode, where you're allowing your brain to connect with the fear and the panic that's going out there, and look at it from an external distance and say, oh, hold on a sec. I'm a smart cookie. I work in the health system. I can teach people how to better take care of themselves, build this immune system, reduce the anxiety. Oh, I'm a data manager. I could use, this is an online business. I can create an online course and teach people on what it means to gather data and how to interpret it or how to analyze it. Or I'm a product based person. I have created product like organic stuff, and I can teach people how to do the same thing. Or I have created a restaurant in my life in the past, or I have seen my parents create their restaurant. I could teach people how to create restaurant. Do you see what I'm going? I'm telling you to use your knowledge and build something online that creates residual money or residual asset for you, that when economic crash or the economy crashes, you're not part of the wave that goes down with it. Does that make sense? Tell me in the comment if that actually makes sense. I need the action takers to step up right now and write yes if that makes sense for them, and if actually this message is for them. All right? All right. So I invite you to review and look at your life, and as a professional and entrepreneur. So I have in this group, there's the professional, the working parents, the working women, and I have the entrepreneurs, the business owners, the online creators. You have knowledge and unique skill sets that you have built over time. And you can change your perspective. If you could do that, you can see the opportunity. So invest in yourself and in your mindset. Invest in watching, that's my last point. Invest in watching educational videos, courses you may have purchased, but didn't have time to watch, courses that you purchased, or webinars that you said, yeah, I'm gonna write my emails, this is what I wanted to do, and that's not what happened. Upgrade your skills, invest in your relationship. Hans, I know we've often asked, we need more time, we don't have time, we don't have time, we don't have time. Now we have time. It's a forced time. It's not the time that, this is not how we want it to happen, but it's actually there. So let's benefit from that. Let's connect with our loved one. Let's connect with our children, that we're always on the go, go, go. Like in the morning, we're rushing. In the afternoon, we're rushing. We're always tired. We can't play with them. We can't spend time with them. So now it's a great time to invest in your relationship. And it's a great time to invest in having a better communication with your partner, or making greater intimate relationship with your partner. Invest in obtaining coaching to do so if that's something that you need. Invest in a new career path. Create courses online to feel yourself more secure. So all of those things have an impact your brain and your emotion. I know for me, I'm finalizing my online course because I have, and I'll be honest with you, I have procrastinated on it, and I had no time. Like I had family, I had business, I have a speaking engagement, I had my brick and mortar. So there was so much going on that I did not have time. Now I have no excuse. So I'm going to finalize my online course. Invest in human connection to build stronger relationship. I know people are talking so much about social distancing, but I don't think people understand what it actually means. I'm actually going to say that it's not social distancing. It's physical distancing, and rightfully so. We want to make sure that we protect the elderly. We want to make sure, even if we're not the target audience, and we want to make sure that we bring that curve down, right? But that doesn't mean that it's social isolation. Right now, we need more connection. We should be responsible to stay away from people physically, but not socially. Call your mom, call your grandma, call your daughter, call your niece, call your siblings, call your best friend. Connect online with the Brave Sisters in Brave Womanhood. Don't lurk. This is not the time to lurk. This is the time to say, hey, I need help. I need a friend. I need accountability. I need to be able to speak to someone. I need you. Isolation can create lots of stressors, more severe than anxiety. So don't stay away. Connect. Invest in your children. This is a great time to do so because they won't always be around. Collab with other people. Build community, build connection, create connection, which we all need right now. Even I. Maybe everything that's happening right now is triggering something in you. And I'm hoping that you're going to look into opportunity to diversify your career path. Create this online business if that's what you need. And if you need some support, let me know. Let me know if you want me to create a video about how to do so. Because the online course industry is set to be $1 billion a day industry by 2025, and that's coming up very quickly. The truth is, even though my brick and mortar was affected by the virus, I had work in 2019 and 2020, actually at the end of 2019 to 2020, to move everything online. So I've done that, and that's a good thing. I was proactive to do so because my online business has not been affected. Only my photography aspect has been. I work remotely by myself in my house. I have clients. I serve a global audience throughout the online courses and mentorship and coaching. I have contractors a bit everywhere around this world. So if you want me to create a video on how to create your online course from your unique story, not from mine, but from yours, and your expertise and genius zone, let me know in the comment below and I'll do that. Take the time to invest in your faith and reconnect spiritually. For those that believe in God, I'm going to ask you this. When was the last time you really talked to God on a deeper level than the, hey, God, thanks for this day, protect us, and see you later, right? This is a time, we have time. This is a great time to do so. Invest in gratitude, and that is something that we say that we do, and we do it quickly sometimes, but now it's a great time to use gratitude to keep a positive mindset. If you want any help with gratitude, watch our series on Gratitude with a Love Attitude, which you can find in the unit in the Brave Womanhood group. It's actually a very good one. All these are not mainly about financial investment. All those investments that I said to you is all about investing in you, investing in others, and investing in your spiritual life. While folks around you are freaking out, look at the opportunity to serve and build abundance for yourself to create more security for you. And now is a great time to do it. So it's just a question for you of change your mindset. That's how investors start investing during a crisis. That's how a lot of people come out winners. I have to say it like that. And they become abundant. Depending on what does that mean for you, what abundance and success means for you, it's different for everyone. So they look at how the market crashes, and then they know that it's temporary and it will rise up again. So that's when they start investing. So change your perspective and your mindset so you'll see opportunity to be abundant. Right now, those are a few examples that I provided to help you navigate bravely through the storm. So, in conclusion, spend time researching, invest in yourself, look into what you have control over. Try to understand what's going on around. Don't overwhelm yourself with information. Look for credible information. Understand what's going on in your house, the people around you, at your home. Connect with them. And if you need help because there's other things that's going on in your life, please reach out. I'm here to help you because I'm really here to help you. DM me, email me, send me a memo in the comments. I'm there for you. And if you need to connect with any of our coaching program, please go on our website and we have that, and or for any of our courses. And on this note, I just want to say, I'm going to release a video next week on how to help working parents who are experiencing this new chaotic normal with juggling so many stuff at the same time. We're going to have an expert coming in, talking and providing some tips and tricks about how to do so. Next week, we're going to have nurses, other experts to help us navigate bravely through this time together, not alone, because you're not alone. So I hope you'll come back and check that out, and make sure you join our Brave Womanhood Facebook group, where we actually provide specific videos and courses for them, so which is not available out there. And I'm also releasing how to manage your stress about life, kids, money, work, health in the upcoming days. I know we will be it's going to be really helpful for you right now, while you're going through this insane time. So make sure you join and hit the bell to be notified when those posts are coming out. Those videos come out next week and the upcoming days. Now, my biggest piece of advice that I can finish this with is try to drown out all the noise and focus on the credible sources like World Health Organization and their updates, and try not to take in all of the information, because that's overwhelming and actually plays into your mindset and your mentality and your anxiety. So try to be as much as you can positive. I'll post more in the upcoming days. Let me know in the comments if you want me to post prayers on here or on Instagram as of next Monday. I'll gladly do so, or have live prayers in the morning. So you'll be part of my routine, and having a serious gratitude practice and deeper prayer is what I do. For myself, at least, it keeps me sane, and it allows me to look at things from a different perspective. So if that's something you want to be part of, and I welcome people to do that, I will tell me in the comments below, and I will gladly do so. So on this note, be sure to comment below with your thoughts and feelings right now. How you feeling? How is this situation making you? What's going on inside, right? And I can't wait to join you in that community in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, Braves.